Hello and welcome to this little video. We've been sent some products from Sonax in Germany for testing, and these are compounds, and they're listed. We've got two slightly different ones, but they're all trying to hit that kind of holy grail of one step, as in being able to cut quite well and to create a gloss quite well. So this one is called the EX0406, which is catchy. And the cut level is described as 4 out of 6, so suggesting it should be a kind of a medium to aggressive cut, and that the gloss is 6 out of 6, so maximum gloss, which will be interesting. And then this one
we've got the cut and finish. This is a 5 on the cut and a 5 on the gloss, so it suggests that it's going to be cutting through quite aggressive stuff, leaving a decent gloss after it. I should also say as well, these are actually designed for specific machines. So this one is for rotary and this one is for dual action only.
So it's an interesting pair of products that are quite closely matched to each other, and we thought we would do some testing, compare them to other established marks in the industry, such as Scholl. So this S30 Plus is quite a mild polish, it's quite a mild abrasive to it. And then you've got the Rupes Quartz Gloss, which is a medium compound. So this one will theoretically have the same sort of cut as these, and this one will be able to impart the same sort of gloss as these. Now, in our initial testing, we used, that is a Scholl pad, is it?
That was a Scholl pad, Scholl Spider pad on the Flex Rotary.
Flex, yeah, on the Rotary. Yeah. That is a Rotary, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
And then on this one, this looks more like the official Flex pad, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's the actual Flex pad, purple pad, the second harshest pad they do on them.
So we're using appropriately aggressive pads for the compound, so medium pads, medium aggressive. We weren't sent any official Sonax pads, and again, in the previous tests that we've done, both on machines and on compounds, if we're not sent one, we pick an appropriate one from what we have. And our initial tests were a bit mixed, to be honest. Our initial one found that this one didn't have that much in the way of cut compared to, say, the Rupes, but it did leave a notable gloss. It got rid of the fine marks and then left a gloss, which is pretty good. The other one, this one, from a cut point of view, maybe a little bit more. It was difficult to tell just on our test panel in sort of 10 minutes flat. And the gloss on it, though, this definitely had better gloss than this one. So what we noticed on wipe down is that the gloss decreased on this one quite significantly. So at the moment, we were just sort of sitting there and thinking, well, you know, from a cut point of view, the Rupes medium is definitely more aggressive in how we've tested it. But what we're going to do now is on the instructions on this one, it says it should do 1500 grit sand marks, so quite aggressive sand marks. And it's got quite specific sort of application instructions. So what we're going to do now is wet sand down a part of this panel with 1500 grit, and then try and machine it out with that as it says it should. So it'll be quite interesting to see if it actually manages that. Tried it. What did you think, Ian?
Well, I say, put some 2000 grits marks into the panel there. It should at least get rid of that if it goes down to 1500 grits. So yeah, put it on with the purple pad on the rotary, a couple of passes, and yeah, it's taken it out. It does what it said it should do, and a little bit more. Also tested the gloss after it with the panel wipe and saw no reduction in the gloss this run. So I don't know if it was just something to do with how the panel was before when we tried it, but yeah, no reduction in the gloss with the panel wipe.
Which is really interesting, and I think part of the reason why it's done so much better this time is because we were just roughing this up with a kind of an elbow cloth, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, a scratchy pad.
Scratchy pad.
3-year-old uses to wash your car for you.
Yes, and I think that put in scratches that were just too deep for it to cope with, but when it's all uniform with the P2000, then it's able to excel a lot more. So again, this wouldn't be a kind of necessarily a one step, but I suppose if you are starting with P2000...
I wouldn't say P2000 is a massive challenge for these sorts of compounds, though. It should be the very least what they can take out, especially when you've got quite an aggressive pad on there as well. But the fact that it's refined down quite nicely, hasn't left any major holograms behind, it's breaking down okay. So it's a good starting point at the very least.
Brilliant. And I noticed there was a bit of sling on it.
A little bit, but I think that could have been to do with the pad itself as well. So because it's not a fresh out the box pad that we're using,
Gotcha.
So just broke down a little bit of fling out. not the end of the world though.
No, the end of the
sort of things.
And not much in the way of dust, I noticed.
No dust after either, so it contains itself quite well.
So I think it's a fairly user-friendly one. And of the two that we have, so we have this one. This is the cut and finish, and the other one is the EX04-06. We found that this one kind of impressed the most, really.
That was actually impressive. This one, to be fair, when it comes to dual action polisher specific compounds, they're never going to be fantastic at cutting because it hasn't got the same abrasive work, if you like. But it didn't blow me away. It's a decent compound. It didn't do any damage. It gave you nice gloss afterwards that, again, didn't wipe away. But it's not going. You're not going to write home about this sort of thing.
Gotcha. So from our recommendation, certainly cut and finish, definitely worth a go. And I think for the home user with a DA, particularly if you're not, there's a danger of doing some damage if you went in too hard with, say, with a Rotary or something like that. It might be more suitable. But from a professional point of view, this would be your choice.
Yeah, but it's something definitely to have a go with. See if you like it.
That's brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Ian, for taking the time to do this. We are going to also now just go and test another Sonax snow foam product. So we'll see you in a second. Welcome back. In our second test, we're putting the Sonax Actifoam Energy to test, which is, well, how would you describe this?
A snow foam.
There we go, succinct. This snow foam, like in fact all snow foams, talks about how it can be used in a 1 to 20 dilution in a snow foam lance, but it can also be used 50 to 80 ml in a wash bucket for your wash process. And this one also boasts, I'll just read you the official line on it, powerful dirt dissolving with good foaming properties for washing vehicles manually, suitable as a shampoo, insect remover and wheel rim cleaner. Excellent material compatibility, also on decaled surfaces.
There's kale in it.
There's kale in it.
It's very good for you.
I think that means stickers and vinyls. With a pleasant energy fragrance. We have to admit, we didn't know what the smell. Red Bull.
It tastes a bit funny.
It does, it's a bit salty,
yeah.
But it's fine, there are no long-lasting effects. And then especially developed for high-pressure washers with a foam lance. So this was promising a lot. It's a concentrated formula. We've got a gradated bottle.
Yeah. This is a snow foam. It's a snow foam. It's not difficult. Let's see if it's any better.
So we tested it, as I say, against another product, which is just a generic snow foam, which is what Ian's got, which is just a trade product that he uses day in, day out. And it's a functional product. You think it's slightly acidic, so it's not pH neutral per se.
No, not pH neutral, but you need some version of acidity in there in order to get the dirt off the car.
That's true. The ones with a better cleaning power tend to be slightly off the neutral scale, either towards the caustic alkaline level or towards the acidic level. And this one, to be fair, is not shouting loudly about, oh no, it does say pH neutral here. So this one does claim to be pH neutral.
pH neutral. Okay.
So that's going to be interesting. Right, well, now how long have we let these dwell for?
About 5 minutes so far. So let's give them another 5 and then we'll rinse them off.
Happy days. Welcome back. Now we have a bit of a quandary here because I always like to think there are good products and bad products and there's a nice big spectrum of it. Ian is a little bit more cynical on certain things.
And correct, if I'm going to be honest, correct.
I hate to admit it, but today in terms of the snow foam, as you can see from the pictures, the results are pretty difficult to distinguish. At the end of the day, according to Ian, and I'm inclined to agree with him on this matter, snow foam is a snow foam.
Well, it's not a bad thing that it's not done any better or any worse than anything else. It's doing what it's supposed to. It's taking off the loose soiling on the top. But the only thing that's really going to make a snow foam stand out is if it dwells on there for exceptionally long times, if it's not affected by heat or by anything that's going to stop it working as quickly as you'd hope. The fact that it has performed as well as another snow foam means it's doing what it's supposed to do. So marks.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
It does what it says on the tin, which at the end of the day is what you want. I think it might be worth noting that the other one isn't pH neutral, this one is, and the cleaning power is similar, but it is very much a kind of a small thing. And we haven't been able to test how well it is in hot weather because
England.
Because England, yes. So anyway, the answer is the Sonax Actifoam Energy Snow Foam is a perfectly good snow foam.
Yeah, that's good. And if anyone from Australia wants to bring us out there so we can see what it performs like in warm weather, send us an email.
That would be really good. Like plane tickets, please. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'm sure we'll do some new product tests soon.
God, I hope so.